How Jesus saved me from my lowest point. My life didn't always feel this chaotic. There was a time when I believed I had it all figured out. I had a steady job, good friends, and dreams that seemed within reach. But as time went on, small cracks in the foundation of my life began to appear. At first, I ignored them. After all, everyone faces hardships, right? But the cracks grew deeper. My job became a relentless grind, draining my mental and emotional strength. Relationships that once felt solid slowly unraveled. Anxiety moved in like an unwelcome guest, whispering doubts into my mind that grew louder each day. Before I knew it, I had reached a place where I felt utterly lost, physically exhausted, emotionally numb, and spiritually empty. The breaking point came on a cold November night. I sat alone in my apartment, surrounded by the silence that had become my companion. I stared blankly at the television, not even processing what was playing on the screen. The weight on my chest felt unbearable. My heart felt like it was being squeezed by an unseen hand. I'd never felt so alone. With tears streaming down my face, I whispered aloud, "God, are you even there? Do you see me?" I'd never been overly religious, but in that moment, something inside me knew I needed help that no human could provide. I didn't know it then, but that simple cry for help was the beginning of everything. Chapter 2: The Call for Help. The following days were a blur. I went through the motions of work, pretending everything was fine while silently battling my inner storm. I'd scroll through social media, comparing my life to others and sinking deeper into feelings of inadequacy. One day, while scrolling aimlessly, a video popped up. It was a man speaking passionately about Jesus' love and how you are never too far gone for God to reach you. Something about those words made me stop scrolling. He quoted Matthew 11 verse 28, asterisk, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Asterisk, I'd heard that verse before, but this time, it hit me differently. I replayed the video 3 times, tears welling up in my eyes. I didn't fully understand why, but I felt like the message was for me. That night, I decided to pray, a real, honest prayer. I sat on the edge of my bed, hands trembling, and whispered, "Jesus, I'm tired. I'm broken. I'm so lost. If you're real, please help me. I don't know how much more of this I can take." For the first time in a long while, I felt a sense of peace. It wasn't a dramatic, thunderclap moment, but it was enough to make me want to try again the next day. Chapter 3: Small Steps of Faith. The next morning, I decided to find a local church. I'd driven past one on my way to work many times, but I'd never thought of going inside. On Sunday, I worked up the courage to attend. Walking into that church felt like stepping into an unfamiliar world. But I was greeted warmly by a woman at the door who said, "We're so glad you're here." Her smile felt genuine, and for some reason, that small gesture of kindness brought tears to my eyes. The service was unlike anything I'd experienced before. The music was powerful, the message was direct, and every word felt like it was crafted for me. The pastor spoke about surrender, letting go of our burdens and giving them to Jesus. I'd been carrying so much weight on my shoulders for so long, and for the first time, I realized I didn't have to. At the end of the service, the pastor invited anyone who needed prayer to come forward. My heart was pounding. I'd never been one to step forward in front of a crowd, but something, or someone, pushed me to move. Before I knew it, I was standing at the front, tears flowing freely. The pastor's hand rested on my shoulder as he prayed for me. I don't remember every word he said, but I do remember feeling something lift from me, like a weight I'd been carrying for years had suddenly fallen away.